Hello, I'm probably riding my bike. Through bikes, I've met some of my favourite people. Even more so since I started posting pictures and videos of bikes on the internet. I've made a lot of new internet friends, and it's always a treat to meet them in real life. I'm on my way to meet some internet friends today. First, I've got to get past these marathon runners. It's cool to see this many people out and about being active, even though they're taking up the bike path. I think I can weave in and out safely enough on my bike. On the way, I bumped into my friend Alex, who has very good taste in cafes, was heading the same direction as me. I always enjoy bumping into familiar faces on the bike path. Of course, there's no better way or place to meet internet bike friends than HBC Coffee. I was extremely excited to meet Clint and Igor from Velo Orange. Whenever I meet internet friends in real life, it always feels like I know them already. Familiar faces from their photos and videos, and also we've been chatting for a while now online. And straight away we're trying out each other's bikes. I chose my monopole cargo bike today because it has the most Velo Orange parts on it. The clunker bars were bars that I'd always wanted to try, and they're some of my favourites. Clint and Igor had been travelling around Asia, visiting Taiwan where their products are made, a trip to Japan, lots of familiar faces on their travels in Japan too, and luckily enough they came to Korea as well. It's good to see more people stopping off in Korea on their travels to East Asia. It's definitely a worthy destination. Some bike checks of their bikes later on in this video. I feel some kind of special affinity with Velo Orange because they produced the bike that helped me get through a harder time during COVID. My Lilac Velo Orange Polyvalent, the first bike I built myself, and took me on many special adventures and gave me a lot of good memories. I don't have it anymore, and I kind of regret selling it, but I hope someone is happily riding it around Korea now. Today we're all happy riding around on our bikes. Something about riding in a group like this, in this crew, just puts a smile on your face. Just having fun on our cool looking, comfy steel bikes. We had a fun route planned. My original idea for the route and the video was going to be the ultimate Seoul tour, ultimate Seoul tourist tour. It started off pretty well along the Cheonggyecheon, seeing where there used to be a highway through the city, now it's a lovely bike path and river. But later on our plans were thwarted somewhat by protests. The ride today was on the 1st of March, which is a national holiday in Korea, the Samiljeol, celebrating the Korean independence movement from Japanese occupation. We probably should have remembered about that when we were planning this ride, but we had a great day nonetheless. I love showing people around Seoul when they're just visiting, and I'm always curious to hear their perspective on things. And it's even better to show people around by bike. I always recommend, if you go on holiday, to try and get at least one bike ride in, whether you bring your own bike or rent one. Some places more bike friendly than others, but I'm sure there's cycle-friendly areas in most cities, even if it's just through a park. It might be kind of daunting to cycle in a new place, but it's always worth reaching out to local people. Our first stop is an essential tourist spot if you're ever visiting Seoul. It can get extremely busy with tourists and locals alike, but I've been living here for years now and still keep coming back. It's Gwangjang Shijang, or Gwangjang Market. Loads of street food available, from barley bibimbap to tteokbokki to bindaetteok, mung bean pancake. But today we're stopping off at a restaurant I haven't been to at this market yet, for some dishes that this market is quite well known for. We didn't go for the liver and tripe, but donning our cool caps, we're here for some delicious, very Korean delicacies, like this hannakji, extremely fresh octopus. Not for the faint-hearted and ethically controversial, not something I have very often. The raw beef yuke was more my kind of thing, mixed with egg yolk, sesame oil, sesame seed, and some crunchy sweet Korean pear. Absolutely glorious. This Korean beef tartare is one of the best things I've eaten for a long time. And the yukjeon, the lightly battered steak, is just as glorious too. A trail of clean bowls, and a good atmosphere in the market today. Chaotic but fun. And some hot dog for dessert. A sweet, seed and syrup filled pancake. My favourite Korean winter dessert. Back on the road and in search of some more delicious Korean street food. As we got closer to the city, there were more and more Korean flags to celebrate the Independence Movement Day. And to Igor and Clint's surprise, some American flags alongside them.
Super heavy.
The growing group of Korea's MAGA, the people who are in support of President Yoon and his attempt at martial law. They're convinced that the opposition party are controlled by North Korea and China, and think they want to reunify with North Korea to become a communist state. I won't say any more. I'll do what I'm told by a lot of people and stick to bikes and food. An extremely satisfying bike pile opposite the Bunsik street food stall, Damso Bunsik, run by another internet friend who has a very nice bassy bike hogsback. We had spicy fish cake on a stick, some kimchi noodles, the famous tteokbokki, spicy rice cake, and the tugim, deep fried bits which are delicious in their spicy rice cake sauce. It's fun to just stand on the street with friends and enjoy some great food. Almost forgot the sundae, the blood sausage. Kind of like a black pudding, but steamed with some glass noodles inside. More delicious than it sounds. We had planned to do more of a tour past all the palaces and the pretty parts of Seoul. But after about 2 minutes of cycling through this, we changed our plan. Quite a mix of people. I think the majority were there to celebrate the momentous day and occasion, celebrating the end of brutal Japanese occupation. Korea's come an amazingly long way since then. I admire their strength and resilience to get to where they are now. My usual coffee spots were too busy, so we stopped by 4B for quite a good flat white with a dark roast. Nothing special, but a solid coffee. Here's a quick bike check of Igor's Velo Orange Neutrino. This is the new model with the really cool new decals from Velo Orange and a lovely colour. I think the Neutrino is such a fun bike. A mini velo with chunky tyres and disc brakes. The hammered Tommy Cycles bell was a lovely touch. And the frame bag from Roadrunner Bags was perfect. Nice little details across this whole bike, as you'd expect from the owner of Velo Orange. I've said before I've made a lot of friends through bikes, and you know people who like comfy steel bikes. You're going to end up having more in common than just that anyway. But also, you know, if a company is going to make a bike like the Neutrino, they're going to be cool people in real life. I don't work in the bike industry, I'm just someone who loves posting videos about riding my bike. But since I've started posting these videos, I've met a lot of people in the bike industry, and it's always nice to hear about that world. Something I don't know very much about. And it was exciting to hear about some of the things that Velo Orange have in the making. Also, they've got their priorities right when they need to make sure we have some bike checks before the end of the ride. It must be so satisfying to create these bikes and seeing people enjoying them all over the world. Today there were 3 different models of their bike, and countless components as well. Back when I built my Polyvalent, these brands were hard to find in Korea, but thanks to Junseo from Korbworks and Rookie Bike, this scene is growing, and there's a lot of more cool my style of bikes in Korea. There's lots of other cool bikes too, but it's nice to have variety. And I've never seen so many neutrinos around. In Korea and Japan you do see a lot of mini velos, but I think these ones are just a little more special and super fun to ride and take pictures with. Clint's bike with its dropper seat post was extra fun as well. Super fun day, meeting internet friends and becoming friends in real life. A short but sweet visit, and I hope they can come again, or perhaps meet up again elsewhere in the world. I think my friends were extra gracious hosts, and they seemed to really enjoy showing off their country and showing off the delicious food. And you got to try some chimek when you're in Korea. Chicken and beer, or chicken and mekju. Just for me, it's just the chi without the mek. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you later.